Hey there and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to create an amazing blog from scratch using WordPress and Elementor. So whether you want to start a food blog, a finance blog, a tech blog, a travel blog or a sports blog, this video is for you. The best part, it's absolutely free. So what can you expect from this tutorial? Well, we are not just going to settle for generic templates. Instead, I will guide you through the process of building a unique and eye-catching blog design that truly represents your style and vision. But it's not just about the design. We'll also dive into the content side of blogging. I will show you how to find trending blog post ideas that people are eager to read about. You'll learn the secrets to crafting engaging and informative blog posts that will captivate your audience. And of course, we can't forget about visuals. I'll reveal some fantastic resources where you can find high quality stock photos and videos for free, adding that extra wow factor to your blog. But wait, there is more. I know that choosing the right web hosting provider can be overwhelming, especially if you're on a budget. That's why I'll share with you my personal recommendations for the best and most affordable hosting options out there. So if you're ready to embark on this exciting journey and create a blog that stands out from the crowd, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. So this is the website we are going to be building. You can see the logo here, you can see the header menu, and then this video playing on the background. And if I scroll, you see we have categories. If I click on this category, it takes me to the post for that particular category. So that is how the website looks. I'll go back to the home page, and these are all blog posts. You can click here to read the blog post, and you can see that the sidebar of every blog post has the author's image, their bio, their social media handles, and related posts. And see, this one is actually a recipe. So this is how each of these blog posts is going to look. I'll go back to the home page, and then let me go to the blog page. These are the different blog posts, and you see the sidebar still showing. The About Us page. This is the About Us page. It's about the author of this page. And then the Contact Us page. So there you go. This is the Contact Us page, and the Google Maps location is going to show here. So that is basically what we are going to be doing. Very clean, very simple, very clean and simple. And then you see this slider here. It slides on its own, but if you can't be patient enough, you can slide them by yourself. So this is what we are going to be building, and everything is going to be done for free. For us to create a website, we actually need web hosting. Hosting is where your website's files are going to be stored. So I have three options for you in ascending order of price. We have Hostinger, and mind you, I'm going to put the links of all these hosting providers in the description. If you use any of them, I get a little commission, which helps me to keep this YouTube channel running. The first is Hostinger. It is without doubt the cheapest of all these plans. So you can see they have a number of data centers. 3 in the US, Brazil, France, this should be Romania, the UK, I don't know which country this is, India, which is their host country. And then this should be China and South Korea. So they are quite good. They are quite good, and their support is really good. They are one of the most popular hosting providers, one of the most trusted right now. You see on Trustpilot, they have 4.6 on 5 out of 28,000 reviews. On Google Reviews, they have 4.8. On HostAdvice, they have 4.6. On WP Beginner, 4.7. The second option I will give you is A2 Hosting. A2 Hosting is very, very popular. They've been in business for more than 20 years. So they also have a plan that starts from
$2.99. You can see Hostinger has $2.99 per month. But these people also have a $2.99 per month plan for shared hosting. So you can start, and that gives you one website. But for Hostinger, it's going to give you up to 100 websites. That is the difference. So if you need just one website, you can go with A2 hosting. So you can click here and go ahead to make the purchase. And the third is WPX, which is actually a pricey hosting provider. They're expensive, but they are the fastest. They're actually the fastest in the market right now. So if you go for hosting, you could use WPX. If you have a blog and you feel like you're going to be creating maybe 3,000 to 4,000 articles, maybe you want to be creating 20 articles per week, then I will highly advise that you go with WPX.net. If you go with Hostinger, at a certain point in time, you may be asked to upgrade from this to this. Maybe you could either go with maybe A2 hosting or WPX.net. That's depending on how many articles you want to be creating on your website per week. So I'm going to use Hostinger for this tutorial. So if you want to buy Hostinger, I repeat again, all the links to this are in the description. If you use my affiliate link, you actually get an extra discount. You get an extra discount when purchasing Hostinger. Now, click on choose plan. And then it's going to load. Now it brings you here and you can choose if you want the $2.99 plan price point, then you will need to go for 48 months and above. That's 48 months, and it's going to be $2.99, and it gives you a free domain for the first year. What you can do now is that you can create your account by putting in your details here, and then you can choose your method of payment. Then you come and add your payment details right here. You see it's going to go from being close to $600 to being $142. So if you use my affiliate link, it's going to be even less. And then you can add your details and click on submit payment. When you click on submit payment, you're going to receive an email to show you that you have made the purchase. Then you can click on the login button here. You can click on the login button. So since I already have hosting on Hostinger, I've gone ahead and logged into my account. What I'm now going to do is I already have a domains, but in your case, if you just bought Hostinger, you are going to be given a free domain name. I'm going to come now. How do you choose your domain name? Just right click on domains. That's if you're just purchasing, and click on get a new domain. And then when you click here, instead of purchasing, since it's your first time, you'll be given the opportunity to add it. I already have a domain name, so I already have a Hostinger. So I just want to create a subdomain under my main domain. Since we are creating a blog, I'll say blog tutorial.donodio.com. I'll click on create. It's creating. Now I get this notification that it's been created. Now I want to install WordPress on that domain. So come to this sidebar, click on the drop down on the website, click on auto installer. And then I'm going to select WordPress. Now I'm going to come here and then I'm going to put in my details. Here I'll just say blog tutorial. I'm going to add my email here. Let me just say blog@tutorial.com. Just so you know, that's not my actual email address. I'm just putting that. So I'm just going to say, and then I'm going to add my password. No, that's too long. So I'm going to choose the installation path now. This is very, very tricky. If you make a mistake, you can install WordPress on another domain where you already have a running website. I choose that, click on next. I'm just going to leave this the way they are. I'll click on install. It's installing. So right off the bat, it brings me to this page, which is the installation page. And from here, I can understand that the installation has been done. Also from here, if you wanted to, you could activate SSL certificate. I already have that. So I'll just click on admin panel and it's going to take me to my WordPress installation. So it brings me here and you can see all of this. I don't need all of this. If I had not connected my domain, I could connect it from here. So all of this is shown by the Hostinger plugin. Let's come to onboarding right now. Same thing, learn. It gives you opportunity to learn from some videos, but we are not going to do that. Let's come to dashboard of our website. We can just toggle this off, and then I want to toggle all of this off. I don't need to see them except site health status. Let's come to post. We have one post here. I'm going to trash it. It's a default blog post. Let's come to media. We don't have any pictures or any videos, so it's going to be empty. Comments, no comments. Appearance. Now, before we go ahead, let's look at this website on the front end. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is the default WordPress homepage when you just do an installation. I'm going to delete some of these. I'm going to delete these other themes. The themes are what give the look and feel of the website. We are going to leave this because you need one theme by default. Then let's come to plugins. We don't need all of these. They are installed by Hostinger by default. Let me delete all of these. It's deleting. I'll click on apply. Oh, I need to deactivate first. They are being deactivated now. Let me delete. And okay. So what do I need to do now? What I need to do is that we need a theme for this blog. We need a theme for this blog. Or click on themes. And we could use this one, but it's not going to give us all the functionality that we want. So I'll click on add new. And then I'm going to look for ocean. Just search for ocean. Ocean blues. No, this is not what we want. This is what we are looking for. You could just write here, Ocean WP. Yes, this is it. Install. It's installing. Now that is installed, let's go ahead and activate it. It's activated and it's asking us to install and activate Ocean Extra. Yes, we are going to do that, but not here. Let me delete this other theme. I'll click here and delete. Now go to plugins and click on add new. From here, we can just install and activate this. Yes, let's do that. Install and activate it. So it's going to take some time. You see it. It's asking you for updates and all that. No, I'll skip that. Do you want to upgrade to the paid plan? Not yet. Not yet. So let's come to plugins. We need some plugins. The first one we need is a page builder. What we are going to be building our page. Let's see Elementor. We are looking for Elementor. Search for Elementor. And this is Elementor. Let's install that. It's taking some time. We are also going to add another plugin called Classic Editor, which is a very popular plugin. It's on almost 10 million websites. So we're going to add that. Now let's come to plugins and want to activate all the plugins we just installed. So let's activate both of these. And now let's continue. Having installed these plugins, let us go to the front end of our website and begin to build. So let's look at what the website looks like right now. You see, it looks something like this on the front end. We don't have any pages. So I want to go to pages and click on add new. And then I'm going to name this page home. And then you come down here, you can give it all of these, but we don't need to do all of that. Come to blog, come to page. You can change a lot here. I personally don't think it's very necessary to do all of this yet. You can come to page styles, settings and styles. You can come to page attributes. So you see there is a lot you can do here. You can even change the template. But we are not going to do that here because we are going to do that on the Elementor dashboard itself. So I'll click on edit with Elementor. And it brings me here. And Elementor prompts me, I'll just say continue. Now I want, for the sake of usability, I want these, all of these here to be up here. So I'm going to come back to the dashboard of my website. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to Elementor and go to settings. Come to features. I want to activate all. And as it's active, I want to save it. I'll come back and reload this. Reload the page. You now see that all of those widgets are up here. And then I want to come to settings and hide title first of all, and then page layout style should be Elementor full width. And then I can go ahead and publish this. Now there is one setting, very important thing I forgot to do on the page. I'll go back to pages, click on all pages. And I want to edit this home page. I'll just click on edit. Now when we come back to the home page on the editable section, I want to click on this O here, and you see there is a lot we can change here. Come to general. When it comes to layout, I'll just, for the sake of fancy, I'll choose 100% full width, and then come to header, and then we see its default top bar. Just deactivate that. And I also want to disable the page title. It's going to be very, very important going forward. So I'm going to publish, and you see when I reload this page, this particular home is going to disappear. So we have that. Now you can see that particular top bar here is gone. I'll click on settings and I'll leave it the way it is. So from here, we want to start building the website. The first thing we want to do is that we want to add a hero section. I'm going to click here and choose a flex box. I want to choose this. By personal preference, I always like to give a video background to my hero sections. I feel that it just makes it more aesthetically pleasing. So the first thing I'll need to do is to come and find a suitable video that I want to use. I already have one, so I'm going to come to the back end of my website, and then I'll come to media. I'll come to add new, and then I want to upload my video. This is my video. I'm going to upload it here. It's going to take some time. When it uploads, I'm going to copy the link. Now that the video has been uploaded, I'm going to go ahead and copy the link address. I'll copy it from here. You can just click on copy URL. Let's come back to the home page. I'm going to click here, come to style, and then background type. I'm going to choose video. I'm going to drop the link here. So you see the video is already playing in the background, but it's not really showing well. So what we want to do is that we want to add some inner sections here. First of all, I'm going to click here and I'm going to add a container. I'm going to add a container, and then I want to duplicate. First of all, I want to give this container a direction, this main container a direction. I'll come to layout, and then I want to make it horizontal. I can make it this way. And then now when I duplicate this, both of them are going to be on the same line. So what I want to do first of all is that I want to add some text here, and then I may add a button here. So what I can do is I'll come and add some text here, and then I'll say eat like, I'm going to do a text breaker, and I'll say eat like a, and then I'm going to give another text break and say king, not kind, king. And then you can add any text beneath that. You can also go ahead and add some text beneath here. So I'm going to click here and change the text color. I'm going to change it to white, and then I want to make it typography. I want to give the typography to be Poppins. Poppins. Now we can make this global and see for primary it should be Poppins. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to increase the size of this text. Eat like a king. Yes, that's good enough. 124. Let's say 120. And then we can add some text. This text under here, let's make it also white. I want to make it Poppins. Poppins. That's it. So now we want to increase the padding. That's the spaces on top and beneath. And I'm going to come to advanced, and I'm going to unlock this, so when I change the value of one direction, it doesn't affect the others. I'm going to make this 30, and beneath I'm going to make it 50. You can even make it bigger than that. Let me just say 80 and also 80. So you see we have that. And so we want to add a button on this side. Let's search for button, and we are going to add it here, but want it to be right down, want it to come right down. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click the direction should be top, and then it's going to bring the button down. So we can change this button text to read anything. I'll click here, and you can see explore. Explore. So that is that. And then you want to change the text, the typography to be Poppins, and the width to be 700. You also want to change the button style. Maybe we want to change this to be something like, since it's for foodies, it should be something like that green there. And then I'm going to make it the button color, global colors. Let's just say primary. Primary should be that green there. So let's make that. And we want to, the border radius, let's say the padding, let's give this first of all 20, not 10, 20. And then we want to increase the left and the right to be 40, left 40, and the right 40. So that is that. We want now to go ahead and build the rest of the website. We will now go ahead and add the category section. What are the categories that people are going to find on this blog? So We first of all want to create a flex box. We can use this with 4 sections. And then we want to search for image box. Image box. This is it. We are going to add it here, but we don't want any text, so we are going to delete that. I want to add my first image. I'm going to come for the categories. I'm going to come here and not this. Vegan categories. So the first one I'm going to click is this. I'm going to add this. It's loading. So I'll insert that. I'll select that here. And you see it looks really small. What I want to do first of all and see is this is vegan breakfast. And then come to style. For the image spacing, I want to reduce it. I want it to be a bit closer to the text. I'll make it 2. The image now. I want to increase the width of the image size. Let it fill this box. So let it be 100%. So this is for vegan breakfast. And then for the content, I want to change this style. I want to change the color. I'll make it black. I'll make it actually black. And then for the typography, I still want it to be Poppins. So I want it to be Poppins. And I'm also going to make that the typical typography. Now, let me choose that to be Poppins again, and then I can increase the size to 20 and then the weight maybe to 700. That is that. I'll just duplicate this and change the pictures. Duplicate this one too. I can delete these ones, delete this one. I'll just duplicate again, and then change the images and the text. So here, I'll change this image to be something like, let's say dessert. I'll now insert that, and this is going to be dessert. Let's just say dessert, no need to put vegan, desserts. And then I'll change this one too. I'll change this one. And let's just say, I'll say dinner. I'll insert that picture there. I'll say dinner, vegan dinner. And then this one is going to be salad. I'll just insert that picture there so you can see these are each of our categories. Now, any blog post that we create is going to be linked to one of these. Oh, this is going to be linked to the entire category. Now, what I need to do is I need to add a heading there and see categories. I'm going to click and add a heading and see categories. Is going to be an H2 tag. That's important for SEO purposes. Make it align center, and then let me make this secondary, but I want to change it to black, and I want to make it secondary. Then no, I want to change this to black. I'm trying to make this to apply to the entire website. So let's say secondary. I'll change that to that. And then I'll save changes. Primary 2, I'll change that to black. And then I'll save changes. I will not need to be changing them individually anymore. And then even this, I'm going to make it that black and save changes for all. Now, I'll also do the same for typography. H1 should be black and it should be Poppins. It should be Poppins and H1 should be, let's say 30. Was this an H1? No, this is a content. This is a content, so it shouldn't be 30. It should be something like 14 or maybe 15. Yes, so that is that. What about the H1 tag? The H1, the color should be black and then it should be Poppins. It should be Poppins and it should be maybe 40. We can change it individually, but for now it should be as it is. H2 the same, Poppins, and it should be 30. And I'll save changes. So I've set the side settings, the typography settings side wide. I will now come back to my page which I was building. It's going to take some time to load. Now I'm back. So what I want to do is that I want to take this heading and put it on top of there. I want to bring it here. And personally, I think I could increase this. I could increase that to categories. Yes, I think that is good, but I want to give it some gap. The spacing between this section and this section on top is going to be a margin. So I'm going to unlock that and give it a margin of 70. So that is that. I'm going to publish it. Now I've gone ahead and added some blog posts. I'm going to teach you how to create a blog post from scratch. That's from looking for your ideas right up to, implementing it on the page. So for now, I just want to show you the design. But for me to be able to add this blog post here, I need to add a plugin. I'll add new. And I'm going to look for the post grid. This is what I'm looking for. I'm going to install it. It's installing. We'll now go ahead and activate it. This is going to help us to add our blog post to our website without any qualms. I'll just click on Save Changes. Now I'll come to the front of this website and I'm going to reload it. Now, if I go, you see already we have some new elements added here. So I just need to, I'll just duplicate these categories. I'll duplicate this and bring it down here. I'll bring it down here and I will see blog post. You can name it whatever you want. And then I'll add another flex box and add this. What I want to do now is I want to come back here, and when you see this one, grid layout, that's what I want to add here. Now you see it's going to give us our dummy blog post which we have added, and you can change the layout to be anything. For you to use these ones, you need to have the pro version. You can change it to be this. You can see the layout changes under there. Let's change it to be this. You can also see the layout still changes. I will leave it at this first layout. Now, if you see you have some other settings here. Now you can choose from default layouts. You can make it 4 columns if you like. I don't think that's good. You can make it 2 columns. This could be good, but I think 3 columns is okay. 3 columns is okay. The text align, you can make the text to be aligned center as it is here. You can also align it to the right, which I don't think. I'll leave it aligned to the original version. Now the query, You can choose which post you want to align here. You can instead choose to display pages instead of post. You can include each of them by selecting them by their post ID. Take for example, if I go to pages, a lot of times pages will have IDs around here. You can choose all your posts and your pages by their ID or by their tags. So what you can choose that from here. That's from the number. This should be post number 1. This should be post number 2, post number 3, post number 4, post number 5. You can choose them and the particular ones you want to display, and you can exclude some here, and you can limit how many you want to show. So that is all up to you. Now, if you go down to pagination, do you want to show pagination? If you show pagination, then when it reaches a certain number, if you display 6 pages, and then it's going to give you a next button here. I don't want to do that. And then links, I'll just leave that the way it is. I'll come to settings. Now, you can disable the section title. You see, the section title here is going to be disabled. I'm also now going to disable metadata. I don't want too much being shown here. And then when I come to the post title, you can change it maybe to an H4. It's going to make it smaller. So it's now H4, but I'm going to leave it to H3. Now I can also come to the excerpt and the content. I can reduce this to maybe 150 characters. I don't want it to be too long, or even 100 characters will be okay, because already the heading is taking a lot of space. So I can change that to that. You can even change the button, the read more button. You can show an icon on the button. You can choose any icon, let's say arrow, and then I'll choose this one. No, I'll choose this one. It looks more visible. That is too big. That is a little bit too big. I hope we can change it on the style section. So read more, come to style, read more, and then the icon size, you want to change it from here. Icon vertical position. The icon size doesn't seem to change here. So what I'll just do is that I will leave it out completely. So let me come here and look at read more. I'll just delete the icon size. The icon, I'll leave it the way it is. I'll delete it and leave it the way it is. So I'm going to publish. I'll turn off the read more. You can publish from here and preview your website on the front end. So this is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good, but it's a bit bland. So I want to come back here. The first thing I want to come is that I want to do is I'll come to style, and then when you see the card or post, I'll come and I want to change the border radius. I don't want this to be too square, too sharp on the edges. So the border radius, I want to increase this. I want to increase this. You see, the more I increase it, the more rounded the corners become. I'm going to leave it at 25. And then I also want to add a shadow. I want to add a shadow to the edges here. So I'm going to come to box shadow. I'm going to turn it on. I can increase the blur to something like this. You see, the more I increase it, the more it looks blurry. So I can leave it at 13. So this is how it looks on the let me reload that and preview it again on the front end. Now you see our blog is beginning to take shape. This is how, if anybody clicks here, it takes them to that particular blog post. And that is that. It looks really, really good. Now, in case you didn't want it, your blog's grid to look this way, you can use this TPG hover over layout and you bring it here. It's still going to give you the same thing, but in a different layout. You see, it looks a little bit better than what we have before. So the choice is yours. The choice is actually yours. When you hover over this, you see it brings you the title and the metadata, and you can go ahead and change this. I want to make this section to be, let's say, 1240. I can make it 1240. I'm going to preview this on the front end. So I'm just giving you options. Now when we come here, look at this one. It looks a lot better. I can even increase this to 1340 so that it takes quite some space and it looks better on the front end. I think personally, I like this one down. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come to the style, come to settings first of all. And then if I disable metadata, some stuff are not going to be showing anymore. Then what we can also do is that we can also still come to style and we make this, that's the card, we give it a little bit of a border radius. So I'll make this, all of this to be 25. So you see, when I do this, you see when I hover over this, it has that beautiful effect. I'm going to use this instead of this other one. So the choice is all yours. If you prefer to display your blog post this way, then go ahead. But I'm going to use it this particular way. Let me close this out. So now I want to add a gallery. Maybe I just want to add a gallery of, some of our dishes and with pictures and all that. I'll go ahead and add a flex box here. I'm just going to choose this one. And then we want to search for gallery. Gallery. You can use this or you can use a carousel. A carousel. So we can instead add an image carousel and we can add some images there. One images that are the same dimension so that it aligns well. I'll come to my desktop and then I'm going to choose some of these. I'll just select some of them which are the same dimension and add them there. So I'm currently now inserting those images into my carousel. Now that the pictures are up, I'll insert them. I'll just create a new gallery and click on insert. They are loading one by one. Then I want to say, come down to image resolution. I want it to be full. Let the full thing show. And image stretch, no. Slides to show, let's say 3. Let's leave it at 3. And we can add these, the arrows, which point. We can add those. I'll just leave it the way it is. And then I'll come to style. And the position of the arrows should be outside. You can do it this way. You can make it inside. You can leave them inside. You have to change the color so that it's more visible. What I want to come now and I'll say image border radius. You can change the border radius. You can make them to be more rounded. I think that makes it look a little bit better. 20. And then navigation. And then you can change the size of the navigation bar. You can make it a lot bigger and things like that. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. And then I want to duplicate this section. This title, I want to bring it down here. And I want to name this gallery or sneak. I'll just say sneak peek. But one thing I want to do is I want to stretch this entire section to also be 1340. That is how I want it to be, so that it really looks good on desktop. Now when I come back to this gallery, there's something I want to do. You see the images are too close to each other. I want to come to image and I want to come to spacing, click on custom. Now it gives you a space between those images, but I want to reduce it. I want to make it 5. So this is how I want it to be. And if I click on that and try to preview this on the front end, you see the way it shows. Yes, it shows really well. It shows there really, really well. I can also come, I see this section title here. I will remove that. First of all, I'll remove that. I'll click here and come to settings, section title. I'll toggle that off. I also want to make this section to be stretched out a little bit more. Let me make it 1340. And then I want each of these to be rounded. So what I will come and do is I'll come to image and then border type, let's say solid, and then border radius. Border type should be none, and then border radius, I can make this to be, let's just say 10, and then I'm going to copy and paste style. I'm going to copy and paste style. Copy and paste style to here. So if now I go ahead and publish that, and I want to come here and I want to add a background overlay. I want the text here to be clearly visible. So I'm going to click on these 6 dots, come to style, and then for the background overlay, I want to click on classic. I want to change this to black, but I'm going to reduce the opacity to maybe 0.35. No, 0.3 would be good. So you see, the person doing the cutting is still being visibly seen, but at the end of the day, you see the text very clearly too. So this is the front page of the website. Now we want to go to the blog section. I'll go to the dashboard of the website, and then I'm going to create a page. So what we want to do is that, first of all, I want to create the blog page. I want to create a page called blog, and then I'm going to publish this. I'm going to publish it, and then I'll come to settings, reading, and then I first of all want to change this home page to my home, which I've built, and then post page to blog, and then I'm going to save that. It may not visibly show on the front end of the website yet, because there is a lot we are yet to do. So if I visit the site, you see it's just the home page and all that we put there. You will not see the effect yet. I think it's at this point that I'm going to show you how to create a blog post. So in order for you to create a blog post, you first of all have to have an idea of what you want to write about. A good place to start is Google Trends. Let me search Google, and then I'll go to Google Trends. So Google Trends is going to tell you what is trending, and if you're in America, in the United States, it's going to tell you what is trending in each state. So depending on what you want to write, let's say you want to search vegan, and let's just click on explore. I'm going to change my location here to the United States. Maybe if you're in the United States, let me change my location to that. And it's going to give me, you see the trends. The vegan search term has been pretty, stable over the past year or so. This is from, when was this? This was from June 2nd, and you can change it and search for the past 90 days. That's the past 3 months. And you see that it has been pretty stable. Pretty stable. I've never seen any trend as stable as this since I started doing this kind of research. And you can see District of Columbia, DC, is the area with the most active, vegan searches. So you see these are topics. When you see this one called US Bank Stadium Vegan, Joey Chestnut Vegan, Vegan Collagen Eye Serum, Lewis Hamilton. Now, look at this. It has jumped by over 1,150%. Lewis Hamilton Vegan has jumped by over 500%. Vegan Easter Recipes, this has jumped by over 250%. This is a breakout keyword. This breakout keyword, the documentation of Google says that the definition of a breakout keyword is a keyword that recently had a spike of more than 5,000%. So this is almost a vegan keyword, but not quite. I'll open this in a new tab and get some more statistics about it. So you see, it has had a spike, but it has dropped. So this is one thing to note. This Joey Chestnut Vegan has had a spike and then it dropped to its former level. So it was just a very, very momentary rise. And you see the keywords is Joey Chestnut Vegan, Joey Chestnut Impossible, Joey Chestnut Impossible Foods. Now, I will not advise you to go with this kind of topic because it was just a one-time thing and it surrounds one person. So if you create a blog post about this, well, you cannot really monetize it. Now look at another one which I'm seeing here, vegan hot dogs. This could be a good one. I'm going to open it on a new tab. You see it's going up and down, but I think this one is more stable and you can easily monetize this. So vegan hot dogs is one topic you can write about. Vegan hot dog recipe, that's another one. That's another one, vegan hot dog recipe over the past 90 days. Let's look at it. It keeps having spikes and lows. This one is actually a good one. Vegan hot dog recipes. So we can write about vegan hot dog recipes. So having had an idea of what you want to write about vegan hot dog the recipes, we can come to Perplexity AI and open it on the new tab, and also let's come to Google itself and let's look for vegan hot dog recipes. We want to see who are the people ranking for this. Love and Lemons. This particular website has more than 21 million, visits per month. Let me open it here and let me use SimilarWeb and you see their traffic. I already have an account. What are these people telling me? I already have an account. Let me reload this again. Love and Lemons. This is strange. I already have a SimilarWeb account. Anyway, will not belabor that. But Love and Lemons already has more than 21 million visits a month. It's a pretty high domain site. She Likes Food. This is another website. It also has a lot of visits. This one, how to make vegan hot dogs from Vegan Nephew. Also, these are pretty high authority websites. But when you look at these other ones here, you see there are websites which don't have that much authority. So it shows you that vegan hot dog recipes is quite a good keyword you can rank for. And it's a keyword that the organic competition is not that much. Now, these are other related keywords which you can use if you want to write blog post. So let's say you come to Perplexity AI and tell them, give me blog post ideas about vegan hot dog recipes, and you click on OK. Perplexity is going to give you quite a number, so it's giving you 2. Now, one thing you should know about Perplexity AI is that they use both Google. The founder of Perplexity AI said Perplexity is like Google and Wikipedia had a child together. So this is real-time data. They are not just guessing. It's not just guesswork. So carrot hot dogs with yam buns. Okay, so if you wanted to write a blog post about vegan hot dogs, you can write about carrot hot dogs with yam buns. So let me copy this. I'm not going to write a recipe. I'm just going to write a blog post, a generic blog post. How do I do that? I'm going to use ChatGPT. I'm using Poe, Quora Poe. It bundles most of the AI tools that you want, and you can use them, see all of them from one place. Take, for example, these are the popular ones. Almost every big AI tool you want is here. So I'm going to come back to Perplexity, and I'm going to copy. Let me just copy this heading. You see, Perplexity gives you even picture ideas. I'm going to come to Poe. I'm going to come to Gemini search, since it also uses real-time data, and I'll tell it, write me, or I want to write a blog post titled Ctrl V, write the outline for this post along with the recipe. So it's going to use, now this is it. You see, it's giving me the outline plus the recipe. This is very, very, very accurate data. So I'm going to copy this now. I'm going to copy all of this. Let me copy this. And then I want to come to Claude. I'll come to Claude. Any of these. Actually, I'm going to use the more upscale Claude. I'm going to use, which one can I use? I'm going to use Claude Instant 100K because it is free. And then I'm going to put in brackets, in open apostrophe, and then I'm going to paste that outline here and see, this is the outline for a blog post using Google's EEAT principle guidelines. Develop that outline into a full article with the recipe. The post should be easy to read and understand, and it should be at least 2,500 words. Now you can go ahead and also tell it, include H1, H2, and H3 tags. And then you can also say, make it 5th grade level of writing. Now the thing about Claude is this: when you just give it all of this to write at once, it's going to make it very, very brief. So sometimes you have to copy each portion of the text and give it to Claude to serve it to you separately. So if you count, you notice that this is not up to 2,525 words. They are just lying. One thing about Claude is that if we come to AI detector, let's come to AI detectors. AI detector. Let's use this one by Quillbot. And if we copy this text, all of this text, even though it's going to cut it and show just a few, if we copy this, decline all, if we copy and paste here, let's analyze text. It shows us that it is 94% AI generated. So it's not 100%. So if we used another version of Claude, like the Claude Instant itself, let me copy this same text here. Let me copy this. If we use another version of Claude, let's say Claude Instant, the text may be shorter. It's generating. So sometimes you just need to be patient. Now I'll copy this to see if it is AI detectable. And then I'll come to Quillbot. I'll just let me reload this. I'll paste this here. Analyze. You see, it says this is 77% AI detected. Meanwhile, everything we wrote was AI generated. So this is the advantage of using Claude. It doesn't show like ChatGPT that everything is 100% AI detected, AI generated rather. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come here. I want to copy this. I want to copy this text. I want to copy all of this. Copy. And then I want to come and create a blog post. I'll come to post, click on all post, and then I'll add a new post. First of all, I have to paste all of what I got. So you see, since I asked it to respect H1 and H2 tags, I will not need to be editing all of this anymore. So I'll come and copy the header of that article, that's the title of the article, which is this. I'll copy this and I'm going to add it. Where was I? Yes, here we are. I'll add it here. So that is the title. I can go ahead and publish. So you see, it gives the ingredients, instructions, assembly and serving. But we want to add some pictures here. I'm just going to add some dummy pictures. First of all, we want to add the featured image. I'm going to upload one from my computer. I can upload this one. Or let me just say, I'll cancel that. And if I go to pexels.com, this is a website where you can get free stock photos. If I look for vegan hot dogs, no, I want this to be photos. Vegan hot dogs. It gives me quite a number of stuff, but I don't think these are vegan hot dogs. Or let me just say hot dogs. Or is it one word? Okay, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this and this. I'm going to use those two images on my blog post. We can look for another one. I think we should have made it one word. Okay, so let me use this other one too. So these are the pictures I'm going to use on my blog post. I'll just download them, medium size, so that it doesn't take too much time to load. Medium size too, and medium size the same. I'll close these pages. I have too many pages open. Too many pages open. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to upload all those pictures. I'll upload all 3 of them. This is going to be my featured image. This one loading right now. I could use this one and set as featured image. So when we preview the page, it's going to show up here. Then after this, I want to add another image here. I'm just going to click on that plus button and look for image and upload. I'll upload from media library. I'll upload this one. And then I want to upload another one. Let's see around here. Image, upload. I'll just go ahead and upload from here. Mind you, whenever you write articles using AI, make sure to add your own spice to it. Make sure to add your own flair to it. Don't just copy and paste. So if I update this and then I want to view post, this is how my post looks on the front end. I think it looks quite good. We can go now on the editor and we can edit the size of the text and all that. But to me, it looks quite good. So we can do a little bit of edits again on this blog post. Now, before we go ahead, if I come to this blog page, which I created, and I preview it on the front end, you see, we have all our blog posts here. And it's not looking exactly as we want it to be. So we want to make this page to look a lot better. Let's click on Customizer. So the first thing we are going to do is that we are going to click on Blog. And then click on Blog Entries. So you see the way it is here. If we click on this, it changes the layout and all that. It changes this sidebar to the left. If we click on this, you see it changes the layout. The layout is changed. We don't want it that way. It looks really weird. So we'll keep it to the original layout, but want the image size to be thumbnail. So you see how it looks now. With the image size being thumbnail, it looks already a lot better. Now we also don't want to have this blog here showing. So what we can do is that we can go back 2 steps, and we can look for, I think it should be around general options, page title, and we want to hide it on all devices. You'll see this is going to disappear. We can also adjust the text settings here. Let's go back and go back again. So we can come to typography, and then we can change the typography for this particular one. Not for everything, for this particular one. So click on body, and we want the default to be Montserrat, Poppins rather, as we already agreed. So it should be Poppins, and we'll leave it as it is, the font size. So now, with all of this looking really good, we discover that the sidebar is not looking really much as we want it to be. So we can come back, and then we want to look for sidebar widgets. No, I'll come back. I'll go back and look for sidebar. Under the sidebar, No, I don't think that's where it's found. I'll come back here. Let me look for it among the widgets. Yes, this is it. The default sidebar. Got it. Now we can delete all of this here. We can delete all of this. We already have the search bar, which I think we can leave it the way it is. And then we can remove this. We can delete this. We have to be careful here what we delete. I'll delete this. I'll delete this one too. And I'll delete this one. And this one. I'll delete everything. So now we can start adding some elements from here. You'll notice that I've deleted even the search bar. So I want to look for search. So this is the search. It's going to add the search bar to this widget here. There you have it. I also want to add, for SEO purposes, author. Maybe it's not called author. About. Okay, this is the about section. So it says about me and all that. I'll add a picture here. So I'm just going to come to pexels.com and see woman. Most food bloggers are women. So I'll use this beautiful black lady here. But if I use that picture, it will not show her face very well. So let me look for another one which really shows where this one is not going to show either. Let me just search for black woman. Yes, I can use this beautiful woman here. At least her face is going to show pretty well. So I will download this. Let's just say medium. And then I'm going to come and upload it on the website. Let me come to the dashboard of my website. And then I'll upload it here on the media section. Add new. Select. Add new. And then I'm going to copy the link. When it finishes uploading, I'm going to copy the link. I'll copy the link here. And then I'm going to add it here. I'm going to paste it there. So it's going to display that woman. You see, because the picture is too long, it makes it look really oblong. Let me just say her name is Jane Doe. Jane Donna. So that's her about us information there. Then what we can also do is that we can add our recent post. Recent post. Let's say latest post. I'm going to add them there. I don't really like the way it shows. I don't know what's happened. Let me check on that. I think I should have used recent post instead. So I'll come here and look for recent instead of latest. Recent. And I think it's going to display the post with the images. Okay, so I can choose how many I want. I can see our 5 most recent posts. You see, it shows them pretty well. I also want to add our social media icons for people to be able to share our content on their social media sites. Social media icons. So I'll click and add, let's say Twitter. I'll also click to add, no, not here. I'll also click to add Instagram. I'll also click to add TikTok. and then I'm just going to go ahead and publish this. If I now preview this, is it even possible for me to preview this? Let me go to pages, all pages, and then let me preview this. Let me try to view this. So there we have it. The social media post icons are not showing. I'll check why it's not showing right now. So, but in general, we have this very beautiful blog page. Let's move ahead from. So what we were supposed to do, is that we're supposed to add this under this about section. That's where we are supposed to add the social media links. So I'll just add a hash there for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, X. So you see all of them, they begin to appear the moment we add them. So that's how we do, and we'll just need to publish this and check again on the front end of the website. So if I check on the front end of the website, you see now these social media icons are showing. So we have the search bar, we have the About Us section with this beautiful lady, and then we have some blog posts, the recent posts, not forgetting the blog posts themselves on this end. Now we have, this is the page for the blog archives. Let's look at a single blog post, how it's going to look. Let's open that on another page, and you can see it here. It's looking really good. You can see the featured image. You can see the header. You can see this information here, the headings and all that. So to me, it's looking pretty good. The only thing we could do is that if you so desire, you could disable comments, but that is totally up to you. In my case, I want to leave them to be here. I want people to share their comments with me, their thoughts on my content. Now we are going to create our About Us page and our contact page. So the first thing, we want to create the About Us page. I'll click on Add New, and I'll see About Us. And then what I want to do is that I want to come to this, click on this, or come to General. Content layout should be 100% full width. And then the title, I want to disable. I want to disable the title. So I'm going to publish that, publish, and then I'll edit with Elementor. Now here what I want to do is that I want to come to settings and click on hide title. Then I want to come and click on Flexbox and click on this, and then I want to add a title here. I want to add the title here. No, not that title. Let me delete this. I'll click and add on the title here and see About Us. I'll see About Us, and of course I want it to be Poppins. It's supposed to be showing Poppins. I don't know why. The general settings did not work. I want to say About Us. I want it to be in the middle. I want the typography. I want to increase it this way, and I'm going to make it white. Let me make it 50. I'm going to make it white. Then I want to come to the back end, to the background, and I want to add an image to this, not a gradient, but an image, classic image. So I can add any of these images here. I can add any of these images. Anyone can do. I'll add this one. So it shows there. I want the image resolution to be full, position to be center. And then I want to increase the top padding and margin, and top and bottom paddings. So I'll make this to be 50 and 50. That's too small. Let me make it 120 by 120. Okay, I'm going to increase the size to be 50. And then I want to give this, I'll come back to the image, and I want to make it the display size. I want it to be cover so it shows better. Then I want to come to the background overlay. I want to make it black. I'm just going to add some basic text here. I'm going to make it 2 columns here. And then you can even ask Quora, I'll ask Claude, write the About Us section for the food blogger. Okay, my name is, so we can copy that. Let's just copy selected text, come here. Let me close all of this to avoid distractions, and then I'll paste that text here. I want to add a text editor. I'll paste it here. So I'm going to change the typography here to Poppins. And I also want to increase the line height of this text. I'll increase the line height. By the way, this text is too long. I would have loved to break it into 2. So I'm going to add an image this way. I'm going to add the image here. And I want to add this lady's picture. If I go ahead now and preview this, let me see how this looks on the front end. It's not looking bad. But I think I'll delete this section. And let me copy all of this text. Let me copy this text here and paste it on 1 column. I will just do 1 column. I'm going to add the text here and paste it there. And then I want to come and make this to be Poppins. Then I want this to be 900. I want it to be at the center. Let's see, 750. Let me publish this. I want to come to style, and I want the typography, I want to increase it to 16, and then the line height, I want to increase that too. If I publish this, I think I like it this way. I'm just going to give it the top margin of maybe 40. I can add the image here, down here. I'll just duplicate this section. And instead of this, I'm going to delete this. I'll just add an image. I'll delete this. I'll add the image here. Yeah, so this is it. I'm going to add it this way. So that's how it's going to look. And if I preview this on the front end, so this is it. This is how it looks. You can make this text larger. So we also want a contact us page. So I'm going to come to add pages. Too many things open. It's distracting. I'll open the back, come to the back end. I want to come to pages. Now click on add new. And I want to make this contact, and I'll see publish. But I want to do the same thing I did for the other one. Come to general, hide title, content layout first of all should be 100% full width. Then title, you want to disable title. I will update, edit with Elementor. And then I want to add a plugin. For the contact page. First of all, I want to duplicate the section which I had for the About Us page. The About Us page, let me edit this with Elementor. I will come to plugins. I want to add a new plugin. And this plugin is called Medform. This is it. I'll install it. While it's installing, I'll copy this. I'll come here first of all and click on hide title. So what I want to do is that I want to paste that section here and say contact us. And I can change this background image to something else. I can put this picture there instead. Contact us. I want to publish first. Now when I come to plugins, let me activate this. And you'll see Medform here. I'll click on forms. It's going to prompt me. Next. All of this is very useless, by the way. I'll save changes because you still return to the same forms. I'll click on forms now. I want to add a contact form. No thanks. I'll click on add new and then name this contact. So you see, it already gives us, Medform already gives us some presets. I'm just going to use this one that has been given to us. You can demo it on their website. You can see how it looks on their website. It's going to load here pretty soon. This is how it's going to look. So I'm okay with that. You can look at this other one. It's going to show the same here. So I think I'm pretty okay with this one. I'm going to click on that and click on edit form. And I'm pretty much okay with it. Now let me open this website on the front end so that we can be able to pick that green color from there. So I'll open this on the front end right now. I want to pick that green color, this green color from there. So let me use the color picker tool. I think this should be forest green, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to come to this form. The first thing I want to change is the send message button. I will change this blue to that green. And then you see all of this. You can change all of this. You can change the text, the typography of the text and all that. So it is all up to you. So I'll remove this. I don't want any header there. You can even delete it. So I'm going to publish this, update and close. So it's going to appear. This is the hex code. I'll just click and copy. So what I'm going to do is that here, I'm going to add a section. and I will still make this to be, let's say, 750 this time. And then I want to add a short code. I'll paste that there. So when I paste that short code, I can preview this website on the front end. And you see it gives me this contact page. What if maybe we have a physical office and I want to add Google Maps? What I'm simply going to do is that I'm going to add a flexbox. I'll make sure it is full width, and I'll make sure it doesn't give any room for any space around. And then I'll search for map, Google Maps. So what's going to happen is it's going to show your Google Maps here. You can increase the height, you can reduce it, you can increase it to whatever you desire. And when you put your location here, it's going to update here. And I'm going to publish, and then you can preview this. That is the contact page with the Google Maps. So the next thing we want to do is that we don't have a header, we don't have a footer. First thing we want to do is that we want to go and create our menu. I'll close this too. I'll come to appearance, menus, and then I want to create a menu. I'll say main menu, and it should be the main menu. I'll click on create menu, and I want to add all my pages to it. I'll click on add to menu, and then I'm going to save menu. If I reload this page right now, you see we have it. We have our menu items there. Now, what if I want to increase the font size of this main menu? What I can do is that I can let me come to the front end of my website, and let me go to the customizer. It's loading. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to typography, and then look for main menu. And then the font family, want to make it to be Poppins. And the font size, we can increase this to be 15. So you see it has gone ahead and increased that, and let's just publish. Now you must have noticed that we don't have a logo, so we need to change that. We need to add our logo. We'll come to logo, come back here, you see where the logo is, click on it, and we can change the logo font family from here. We can change this. This is currently the logo, but we want to upload a new logo. We want to upload a logo. So what we have to do is we'll come to header, and then you see logo. We can upload the logo from here. I'm going to use canva.com. I'm going to use Canva to create a logo. Now, mind you, I'm using the pro version of Canva, but you can do this using the free version. So we want a logo that is slim enough to be visible on this part. So it's going to be 1200 by 200. 1200 by 200. So Canva is a free tool, but it has a pro version. Mind you, you can't use everything for free. So I'll just add a text here, a heading here, and let me just say eat like king. And then I want to change the font to probably DM Sans. If you have the paid version of Canva, you can use everything I'm using. If not, you'll be able to use just the free options. So let me I've chosen a font. Let me make this. I will increase it more to occupy more space. It's like king. Then I want to add a graphic. Let me say food. Come to elements, search for food. So we can add this here. Now I think let's add something which we can easily customize. Which one can we use? Something that has our green colors. I'll say vegetables, vegan. Let me search for vegan. Okay, so I can use these leaves. I can use these leaves since our website is a vegan website. I can rotate this, make it this way, and I can change the color. So I'm just going to come to my color picker. I'd previously chosen this one. I'll come here and paste it. I'll paste that color here, and then I want these ones to be the same. I'm going to change the color here. I will use this one. I don't know why it changed. So let me use it this way. So this is going to be our logo. I can reduce the spacing between the letters. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to download this. If you have the Pro version, you can download using having a transparent background. So I'm going to come here now. I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to upload file. It's uploading. I'm going to say skip cropping. Let it be uploaded the way it is. That is too big. So I want to make it look reasonable. So let's see 201. Let's publish and see how it's going to look on the front end. Okay, so this is how it looks on the front end. This is how it looks on the front end. This is quite good. Now, we said we wanted to add, we're going to link these to the blog post we have. So let's go to our blog post, and I'll create different categories: vegan, dessert, dinner. So I'm going to come to categories. I'm going to say vegan, breakfast, dessert, dinner, salad. Okay, now I'm going to assign each blog post to a particular category. I'll click on quick edit, and then for this one I'm going to say this is breakfast, update. For this one I'll just say this is dessert, update. For this one, let me say it is dinner, update. For this one, it is salad, update. For this one, let's say we go back to breakfast, update. For this one, we go back to dessert, update. And then for this one, we go back to dinner, update. So that is how we have it. So now, for each of these categories, Let's go to post. And then we go to categories. So if I click on view, it doesn't show here. The reason we have here nothing is because we are taking off every blog post from the blog. So this is by default, but if we come to breakfast, let's open and you see here we have all the blog posts under the breakfast category. Dessert, same thing. So you see here. So what we can do is that we can copy each of the links and paste them behind. Take for example, breakfast. I'll copy this link. And when I come to the home page, I keep messing things up. Let me edit this with Elementor. It's loading. So now, when I come to breakfast, I'll click here and then I'm going to add the link here. I'll paste the link here. You can also add the link to this particular one, but since you have added it to the entire section, it applies. You can also add the link to column. So for desserts, I'm going to do the same thing. Let me close this. For dessert, I'm going to do the same thing. Copy. Dessert, or paste it here. And then I'll come to dinner. I'll do the same thing. Copy. Where am I? Yes, dinner. I'm going to add the link here. And then for this should be salads. Let me correct that. For salads, I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to add it here. Add the link here. So I'm going to paste and I'll view this on the front end. So if I click on this, it takes me to all breakfast recipes. If I click on this, it takes me to all dessert recipes. So that is how it works. So the next thing we want to do is that we want to check on the mobile responsiveness. But before we do that, we want to check on the footer. So we want to come back. I need to keep my workspace very, very clean. I'll come to customize. And then I'm going to look for footer. Footer, that's the header. And these are the footer widgets. So we want to have 3, or let's just say 2 widgets. We are going to add our logo on one widget, and then on the other widget we'll add some more information. So for this, I'll come and change all of this to be white. I'll do a white version of this so that I can use it on my footer. I'll change the color here. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to change the color to white. Yes, so I'm going to download this again. It's downloading. So now that we have downloaded that logo, we need to go back to our website. And then since we have chosen the number of widgets that we want just 2 footer widgets. Let's click on publish first of all. We need to go back to widgets, and then for footer 1, since we chose 2 widgets, 2 sections, we need to add an image. And then we are going to upload the white logo which we created. So that is that. No. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come back here and I'm going to download this picture, but I'm going to say remove background or transparent background, and I'll click on download. So it's going to download that, and I'll come here. Let me delete this, and then what I want to add that image here. I'll upload it. You'll see it here. It's really big, really huge. So I'm going to do a little bit of reduction, scaling back. So that is that. You can go ahead and publish that. So what else can I do here? What I can do is that I want to align this to the left. So it has shifted to the left. And on this side, on the footer too, the categories. So I'm going to click on category. Category, not category. Category. Click on that. Okay, categories list. So this is what it gives me. I don't like these lines here, so I think there is a way to change them. I'll click on this and then I'll say group, and you see it now shows me this way. So let me publish and let me check the website on the front end. So this is how my footer looks like. I can justify this, aligning it to the right or align it to the center. That is that. I'll publish that. So that is how I'm just going to leave it this way. I don't want to complicate it too much. You know, the important thing is the website itself. So what we want to do now is that we want to check to see how mobile friendly this website is. Look at this. This button up here is what I'm going to use to give the different layouts. So I'll click on this and you see it's going to show me how the post looks on mobile, how the page looks on mobile. I'm going to come to the top and you see the video doesn't play. So I'll come to style and then I want to say play on mobile. Play on mobile. I also want to reduce the size of the text. I'm going to reduce the size of the text. Yes, I'm going to do it that way. I'll reduce the size of this text too. Let me reduce this one too. I can actually make this. This is supposed to be Poppins. Poppins, and it's supposed to be bolder. So I'm going to leave it this way. I can align this button to be center. So that is how I'll make that. You can make this to be smaller. You can make all of these to be smaller. Sneak peek. You can leave this one the way it is. I'll go to the other pages. For these, we can preview this on the customizer, but for the others, let me come to the About Us page. Let me edit this and see how it's going to look. I'll edit this. I'll toggle the mobile version on, and then you see maybe we could reduce the typography of this. And then we could also reduce the top and the bottom padding. We could make this to be maybe 50 all around. Yes, that looks better. That is that. And then we can go to the contact us page. Contact us. Let's edit with Elementor. So if we look at this tool on, we see that we can change the typography, the size of the text to be 30, and then padding all around will make it 50 like the other one. As for the rest, it looks pretty good. You see the footer on mobile, it looks pretty good. So I don't know what else is left for us to change on this page. In order not to make this video too long, I'm going to leave it here. Actually, I planned on adding a section of how to sell ebooks. Maybe you run a blog and you want to sell ebooks. I'm going to do, that's digital products. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Please watch out for that video. Now I see something here. I want to make this sneak peek to be a lot further from this. So let me edit this with Elementor. I see it's too close to the footer. So I'm going to come here, click on these 6 dots and give it a bottom margin of 70 or 80. So if I preview this, I see it looks exactly like I want it. So that is how to create a blog in Elementor or in WordPress. If you got any value out of this tutorial, please make sure to like this video, post a comment. If you liked the video, just say I liked, or just say thank you. And if you have any question, please post them in the comment section too. And subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. I need for you to subscribe. That is how to say thank you. So without much ado, God bless you. Peace.